I was trying to prompt you to say, like, in our checks, when I get an answer and you go to check what the answer, if the answer is right or wrong, we did what we called was like a left side, right side check, okay? And so if this point in particular, this 2, -1, the question is this the point of intersection? That's what we want to know, right? And so we said, if a point, it lies on a line, like if I drew like any line, there's any number of points that would be on that line that would satisfy left side equals right side, okay? If I did a check. There's a unique instance, and this is what this question's asking. If I have a system of 2 lines, I'm looking for, and this is kind of what this question's asking, if I had 2 lines, and we're just calling this point 2, -1, is 2, -1 the actual point where those 2 lines cross? That's what we're trying to check. Okay, and conveniently, if I had 2 lines, that green dot or green point is a point that lies on both of those lines. Okay, and and the only instance where that could be possibly true is if that's where those 2 lines cross. And that's why we call it the point of intersection. Okay, so our job here is to determine whether or not this is actually true. Is 2, -1 exactly where these 2 lines cross? That's our job. Okay, and so to do that, yesterday, it's basically like a little check. We're like, okay, I did all my graphing work and then I got a point of intersection. Now let's check whether or not my solution is actually the solution for the 2 equations that's been given to me. We did that yesterday, okay? And so that's what we're gonna check, okay? I'm gonna get rid of this. And so for one equation, on the left side, we're gonna have a left side of an equation and a right side of an equation all the time, right? Left side, right side being separated by the equal sign, okay? So I'm just gonna write this out. This would be for like equation 1, right? So we're going to have 3x plus 2y has to equal 4. That's the statement that we have, right? And then it told us that x and y were 2 and -1. Okay, so we're just going to check and see if this is actually true, right? So we're going to go 3 times 2 plus 2 times -1 equals 4. Okay, well, let's do the math on that. 3 times 2 would be 6 plus -2. And again, you're always asking yourself, this may or may not be true. You're always like, is this true? Is this true? You're like asking every way, every like line, right? And so 6, we basically get the negative dominates the plus sign in it, right? Because a +1 times a -1 would be just the -1, right? Or -2 in this particular instance. Oh, 4 equals 4. All right, we're good. So we know for sure, here's the thing we know for sure. 2, -1, as it stands right now, before we've checked anything else, for sure 100% lies on this line. Okay, it's on that line because it made left side equal right side. Yep.
I had a question for communication. Could you not just go from 6 plus -2 equals 4 to 4 equals 4? Or would you have to include
No. You could go as fast as you want.
So you would have to include the line 6 minus 2 equals 4?
No. Okay, again, be a little critical of like how much work I show. You don't necessarily need to show all of everything I do. I just do it for everybody's benefit, right? Okay. Some people might get confused with like how a +2 turned into a -2 for or whatever, okay? I don't necessarily know what goes on in everybody's mind at all times, but anyway, I just show it just so everybody sees everything, okay? So we know for sure that that's like lies on that first line, and then our job is to check the second line. And if it lies on the second line as well, then that has to be where those 2 lines cross. If it doesn't work, then it's not a solution, or it's not the point of intersection. Okay? So, do the same thing again. But this time we're doing it with the other equation. So we're going to go -x plus 3y has to equal -5. Okay, and we're just going to plug in the x and y value again. So we're going to get -2 plus 3 times negative 1. Does that equal negative 5 is your question. Okay? So, negative 2 minus 3 equals negative 5. Negative 5 equals negative 5. Okay, we're good. So then you could say, okay, as a little like concluding, so you don't necessarily have to do this. You could just say, yes, it is a solution, but just for everybody's sake, so we're clear, because 2, negative 1 satisfies and in brackets I'll put a left side equals right side, check. It is a solution, or not a solution, the solution. Okay, or point of intersection.